Hey you, watching. Are you taking time out of your schedule at the end of the day to reflect on your day? Well, if you're not, you're doing yourself a disservice, and I'm going to tell you why. Hello everyone, and welcome to Style Butterfly. My name is Kimberly, and if this is your first time visiting, thank you. And if you're returning, I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to check in. My goal is to excite and motivate others to embrace their perfect imperfections. The transformation to be unapologetically you is a process, and I hope to support, encourage, and inspire you throughout your journey. So if you haven't done so, please take a moment to subscribe and join our family. So, I wanted to take a moment to check in with everyone because if you don't know, this particular year I am focused on developing better habits. And I have decided to use my YouTube channel as a way to kind of hold myself accountable as well as kind of document my journey throughout this. So in my last video, I shared how I have now created a morning routine for myself in order to help me develop habits in order to reach the goals that I have set. And I actually linked that video below if you're interested in the 30-minute morning routine that I have created in order to kind of set myself up for success in regards to focusing my day, of how I go about focusing for the day. And then I've decided to now create a 30-minute evening routine, and I've actually been doing that for the month of January, and I definitely feel like I've gained some success for that, and I kind of wanted to create a video about what I'm doing in the evening when usually right before I go to bed to kind of cap off or more like reflect on my day. And I also have now a 30-minute evening routine that I have kind of labeled filling in the gaps, if you will. And I use the acronym GAPS as to identify the 4 things that I do in my evening routine. It usually takes about 30 minutes, give or take. I wouldn't necessarily say I do like 5 minutes of this or 10 minutes of that, but everything is kind of relative. So the first thing I do when I'm filling in the gaps, if you will, for my 30-minute evening routine, I keep a gratitude journal. So I'm very much a pen to paper kind of girl, but I'm actually now using my iPad. I use the Good Notes app, and I have an iPencil, and I'm using that. So usually about 5 to 7 things, just identifying what has gone well, what are things that I'm grateful for, and I really feel like it sets the intention for the day, because I feel like just in general, a lot of people focus on the negative things that happen in life, but we don't necessarily always celebrate the positive things. So it allows me to put myself in a more of a positive, more affirming place when I am looking at how my day went. And that actually leads me into my second practice that I do as far as like filling in the gaps. So I have my gratitude journal, and the A is I actually have affirmations. So for each of my goals that I created for myself, and I've actually created a video about the goals that I've kind of created for myself this year, and I think I'll link that video below as well if you're interested in. I have like kind of 10 areas of my life, if you will, that I'm focusing on, and just to become more of a well-rounded individual, if you will. And I have affirmations to kind of go along with that, to kind of keep me in a positive mind frame of like, this is where I'm at, this is what I want, I have this, etc. So, and maybe I can also do a video on like, I guess, the power of affirmations and how I came about my affirmations. So if you're interested in that, please comment below and let me know, and I'm definitely willing to create a video around how I came about the affirmations that I have connected to the goals that I've created for myself. So after I show gratitude through my journal, I affirm, then after that I pray. So I definitely believe in a higher power. I believe in God, and it just allows me an opportunity to kind of just talk. It's very informal. Sometimes I'm on my knees, sometimes I'm not. I might be sitting on the couch, like whatever. I mean, sometimes it can even be in the shower, like it just depends. But I definitely pray and just kind of have a conversation with God about just whatever's on my heart. Sometimes it's like, Lord, just give me some clarity around what the heck is going on. Like, I am lost. I just don't know what to do. A lot of times it is very positive, thankful, like, thank you, God. Like, you are just really manifesting things in my life. And it's just like, yo, I know this is you. Like, this is definitely not me. This is definitely divine intervention. And I just want you to know that I realize it. I'm thankful for it. And I'm just going to continue to make sure that all of these blessings that you continue to provide for me, that I'm going to make sure that I'm being of service to other people. So just kind of just having a conversation with God, it just really helps put things in perspective for me. And it's just really making sure that I'm living a more deliberate and purposeful life. And I'm just really, it's just bringing a level of clarity to my life that wasn't there before, that I'm like hella grateful for. And the S part of filling in the gaps would be setting goals and kind of checking in to see if the goals that I created during my morning routine, like, did I follow through with it? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm human. Life happens. I have a job, so yeah, I might have thought about doing this, but like sometimes time just doesn't permit. So I might have to push it back. Or if I have a goal, I've had goals, I was like, you know what, I'm just not going to be able to accomplish this during the day. I got to save this for the weekend. But it allows me to be very reflective in what I'm doing, so that it's like I'm not continuing to do the same thing over and over again and get no results. So again, setting those goals, checking in, making sure that I'm accomplishing what I'm accomplishing. If I'm not, what steps do I need to take to make sure I do accomplish it? And if I did, awesome. Like, what's the next step behind that? Because I got to keep moving forward. But the only way I'm going to do that is if I'm continuing to constantly reflect and see, like, yo, where am I at with this? Where am I at with that? What do I need to do? So kind of just to recap, my evening routine consists of filling in the gaps. My G is being grateful, showing gratitude, writing it down to just become more cognizant and aware of what are the positive things happening in my life. Affirming where I am, where I want to go, and just continuing to keep myself in a mindset of abundance, prosperity. Like, yo, this is where I'm at, this is what I'm doing. And it has really helped me to be very purposeful in my actions, very deliberate. And I definitely see changes, like just within these 30 days. Because again, I started this journey January 1st. It's now the beginning of February, and I can definitely see things happening. And again, as I go through, I'll start to share like what this goal was and how I've now accomplished ABC, XYZ. After being affirmative, praying, continuing to just asking for guidance, asking the Lord for forgiveness, because that is a process as well, and just continuing to make sure that I'm in a space of receiving and feeling like I'm deserving. And like, it's just a lot of mindset work, but it's definitely been promising, I must admit. And then after that, going back and continuing to set the goals, revise what's working, what's not, and then when I wake up in the morning, doing it all over again as far as like meeting with and starting my morning routine. So again, 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening. I kind of labeled it my power hour, but just kind of taking this time for myself and making it very sacred. Granted, there have been times where I slipped and I was like, girl, I'm too tired for this. But then I'm like, no, like, you made this promise to yourself. You need to stick through. Stop with the excuses. Stop being lazy. Like, it's 30 minutes. So instead of you scrolling through, you know, social media or watching something on YouTube or whatever it is, like, yo, take this time for yourself. Get your mind right so that you can do what you need to do in order to set yourself up for success as it relates to accomplishing the goals that you have set for yourself. Like, it gotta just be like, no more excuses. I can't keep taking time for everyone else, but then I'm not giving myself time. Like, it's an hour. Like, stop it. So it's definitely been a game changer. So if you haven't, or you thought about creating either a morning routine or an evening routine for yourself, I definitely recommend doing it. Like, I'm telling you, it's definitely going to put you in a space where it's going to allow you to set yourself up for success. And that's what it's about at the end of the day. Like, we can't continue to have excuses of why we don't have this, that, and the third. Like, if we don't have it, it's because we're not putting forth the work and the effort to do it. We're putting other things that we can possibly be more important, but nothing should be more important than your well-being. Like, and that is something that I've definitely had to learn. I gotta be more selfish. Like, it is what it is. So thank you for watching. I hope this video was really helpful. Please, 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 I'm begging you, take a time out of your lovely day. Thank you for watching it. this video so far, and definitely take the time to comment below. Let me know what you think. If you have your own morning routine, or evening routine, I would love to know what you do, because as we go through this, I definitely want to continue to add. Like I said, I'm at 30 minutes now. Ideally, I want to get to an hour. I want to actually have an hour morning routine and an hour evening routine. So I know it's a work in process, because, you know, time is valuable, and sometimes I do a great job of wasting it. So I'm definitely becoming more mindful of how I'm using my time throughout the day. But that is kind of like one of my goals for myself, to kind of have an hour routine that I do in the evening. So if you have things that have been working for you, please share. I love to know. And I thank you for watching. Again, if you have not joined the family, please do so. And again, thank you for taking time for watching. All right, take care and have a blessed day.